Hello?
Hello.
Did you hear that?
Hear
Did you
what?
just hear that thunder?
That thunder?
You just... There was just like huge or wow, I'm sorry. Anyway, hello, hi, I'm here for my therapy thing, that you wanted me to come over for. Yeah.
You bring Void?
Void. I forgot to ask
Good.
Void about that. You good?
Hi.
Here you
Hi.
are.
That
Hi,
took
I was just...
a hot minute. You good? What were you doing?
I don't have an arrow in the side of my head.
Not
No, you
anymore?
don't.
I don't. I do
What?
not. Oh, it's gone. Okay, good. I'll have on my foot.
Were you the one
Yeah,
that,
there was, a skeleton problem. Of the horse
that's-
variety.
That's
Anyway,
where
they're
the
fine.
thunder came from.
Maybe. I don't know. That was me. That was just me. I just sneezed. Sorry.
Anyway, let's go inside.
Okay, apologies for summoning you, though. You wanted to be there for the next therapy appointment.
Yeah,
right?
I was invited.
Yeah,
I was, like, over there.
Void's my friend now.
Oh, lovely.
We're having soft tacos later?
Yeah,
Lovely, lovely.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, the usual chair.
I don't know where you want to sit. You
Um,
can sit with Jayne, you can sit with me, either works.
You'll just be there?
That
Alright.
works. So, what do you want to start with today?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what we can talk about today.
Well, how about the book you got last time? Have you read it yet?
ooh, book.
No.
Okay, so how about we start with you reading that?
Well, I mean, I've just been kind of hesitant, just because.
Well, you're in a safe space.
Okay. It's just. I don't know. I've been.
Fucking barnacles are killing me.
I don't know. I just didn't want to get too emotional, you know?
Therapy.
Yes, but you know how I am. Gosh. Okay. You want me to, like, I don't know, read it aloud? Or
Yeah.
I can. Okay, I don't mind reading it aloud. If that works. Oh man. Okay. Oof. Okay. Deep breath. Deep breath. All right. Read it aloud. That's what you wanted me to do.
You
Okay.
got it.
To my sister Jayne, I'm overly excited to see that you responded. I was very worried about you and Sloth when I was informed of what happened. I forgive you for taking so long, though. I can only imagine what you've been through if what you say is true. From what I can see, a lot has definitely kept us apart for some time. Please do not cry, for I have been handling myself and the rest of Crimson Hollow quite well. Everyone in Crimson Hollow is alright, thankfully. Vermilion has been struggling to find a temporary replacement to act as my guard because of your absence. Don't be afraid, for I doubt any other card can match you in any way. Smiley face. I'm so happy to know that you have experienced so many things while away from the Fey Realm. Honestly, I'm relieved. I had to tell you to take a break so many times in the past. I hope that you feel better and push through the pain you have had to endure during your time away. Also, a child. Actually, we can save that for later. It's probably best to save all these amazing stories for when we get to see each other again. Are you are you still shedding, by the way? I want to hug you, but I'm worried that I'll end up getting a face full of fur. I'm reading this after finishing, and why did I write this to you? Oh. As for Sloth and the alternates of me and Nova, I knew all those things. I just hope that I can see Sloth again. It's been quite some time, and I'd like to see her just as much as I wish to see you. I promise you that I will be there for you to write to and vent no matter what happens at this trial that you mentioned. I care for you so much. As much as it pains me to say this, because you're very predictable, please stay out of trouble and don't push people away. I've seen what isolation does to you, and I'd hate to see you again only to find that you've reverted to being scared and paranoid. I want to see you, the real you, again. I love you too. From now to the moon and to the end of time, I will see you again. And that's it.
Do you need a minute to reflect on that?
You mind if I read that? Because I did not super hear it very well.
Jayne?
My mic is shit. Also,
Yeah.
Roy would like to read the book.
Yeah.
The book. Thank you.
Okay.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah. That's exactly why I put off reading it. I think I'll be fine. I'm just, in a way, I'm glad he isn't here to see what's going on with me right now. Because I'm doing exactly what he said not to do.
I don't even know you had a brother.
Oh, here's a lot of things you don't know that I've never told you, or anyone really.
You'd be surprised.
Wow. Yeah, I had two brothers actually. One of them is long since passed of old age, but the other was, well, still is a fae like myself, that we lived.
Is he like also a cat or?
No, he was more of a hybrid like myself, but of
So
different.
a cat?
No. He actually, is part Endirian.
Huh. That'll be interesting.
Part Endirian, Wither. I think he had some Ghast on his mother's side.
Interesting.
Pretty neat
Okay.
mix.
That's a
that even work? Guests are like jellyfish.
I don't think any of us want to picture that.
I'm picturing it.
Well,
Why?
his mother was a ghast, like a ghast hybrid, basically someone who was a human.
Yeah, the voices.
My god.
Anyway, unrelated. I did not know you had a brother. That's new.
He's the best brother ever.
Seems happy to see you. How long has it been since you saw him? Or talked to you?
Well, it's been like 2-ish years since I've been in the mortal realm, and time passes differently in Crimson Hollows. I'd say like 20 years for him.
No, that's a bit of a... I mean, how old is he?
We're both centuries old because of how much time passes, so he hasn't seen me in almost 2 decades. If only he knew everything that I've been through since first arriving to Orencia.
You told him?
I've only told him a few things. It's a lot to explain over letters. But I don't know when I'll ever get to see him in person again.
Something tells me not too long now.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't know that much, but...
I can still hear... I can still hear the voices, but it... Yeah, he's right. He's right about everything. I just gotta think about him more and not of anything else. You know, maybe if I talked about him more, it would help me
Yeah,
think of
probably.
good thoughts rather than bad.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember. I think we first met at a tavern. And he was a lot different back then. He was more of a human doll hybrid or something along those lines. And then we both became part of different groups that ended up clashing with each other a bit. But we didn't really know each other much until both groups were disbanded. He always used to tease me because he always had kept one of my helmets that I had lost. And he always would tease me that he still had it and wanted to give it back to me at the right moment. But even when we were in the opposite groups, we still got along greatly. And then the bigger group came and hurt all of us, hurt him. They wanted to hunt him down specifically for why I can't quite remember. Something about yeah, I don't know why they wanted to attack him specifically, but they killed one of his best friends. And then from that moment on, me and what am I? Are these? Hold on, I'm hearing voices again, but it's not anyone bad.
It's not me.
Voices?
No,
The voices.
it's the voice of Sage. You know, my brother that wrote the letter. I hear him talking, but it's not present. It's more of past memories, stuff that he said.
Oh, you just remembering it.
It's just called thinking.
I don't know, the voice is clearly in my head. Not like just a regular flashback. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. But after all of that, me and a few others, formed another group, but this time it was just to keep each other safe. It was just to help protect each other during the war and while people were still getting targeted. I saved him from getting blown up once. That sure was something.
What?
We also... we were just always there for each other. Me, him, and Nova. And I had a sister too. I had we were all a group. We were all... I miss those days, honestly. You know, as much as I get paranoid and scared a lot, those days of us being together during that war, just... it sparked hope. It sparked some kind of family. I'm sorry, am I saying too much? Am I...
It's your therapy session. You're supposed
Yeah,
to
you're
talk.
the one that's supposed to talk.
I know.
I'm just here. Just pretend I'm not here.
Okay. I'm just going on a bit of a memory tangent. But,
That's okay.
let's see, what else? There were a few moments where it seemed like, you know, hope was lost. The town that I lived in, the little village that I lived in, was almost a crater if it wasn't for his help and a few others to help rebuild it and fill the holes and gaps, and he helped to restore it and many other places. He was the one that healed me when, know that person I would always hear voices of and I've talked to you about before?
Yeah.
The last time I ever saw that person was... He kept me locked up for a few days. You know, it tortured me because of something I had done during the war. But when I eventually got out, it was Sage that was there to help, you know, heal me. And although that was the last time I ever saw our enemy, I still have not forgotten about that.
Yeah.
So from that moment on, everybody else either left, died, or disappeared without a trace. No, that's right, I forgot about that. Ah, goodness. Wait, there was a lot in his group. The group he was in, the Oasis. Man,
Yeah.
They were a lot more... They were a lot more advanced, I guess, than mine was. They had a very big, nicely decorated base. They had a lot of gear. They had code names. They gave each other code names where everybody was called, like, names like Sealy or Cerberus and names like that. That was, yeah. Meanwhile, all we really had was just a empty end portal. A broken one. But, you know.
Turn it into a table?
Yeah, we turned it into a table. But it was a nice table.
People always do that.
Well, that's the only other use for it,
Ancient
really.
technology. Massive magical power. You turn it into a table.
Well, this particular one was broken. You know how some come with the wrong sides that you can't fix?
No? Just turn it.
He never saw me as my enemy, though. He never saw me as nothing, you know, he always saw me as a friend. I'll admit, I did take part in hurting one of their own, but it was later discovered that they were really just an inside spy. Both of our groups had spies, actually, that worked for... Oh gosh, I'm remembering too much at once. It's making me dizzy.
You need to take a breather?
No, I'm just thinking.
Okay.
Eventually, when everybody either disappeared or left or whatnot, we went with Nova to the Feywilds when Nova discovered that they were actually a queen. So we went with them, said goodbye to the land because the land was pretty much just dead at that point. Nobody was around anymore. It's almost as if the enemy was so close to winning, so close to being able to take over the land. And then right as they had it in their hands, they all disappeared. Some say they saw them die, some say that they just left to live a better life. But I know where they are now. And that's a whole other story. But we moved past all that. I guess in a way, when we arrived to Crimson Hollow, which was the Fey Wilds that Sage's partner lived in, I grew up. I was a lot different than how everybody here sees me.
So what happened?
I wound up here. Well, not here, but, you know, in Orencia, where some of us came from. And then I was no longer it's almost as if being in that kingdom and those Feywilds changed me for the better. Made me actually feel whole. Like I was somebody.
Because of the people there or because of the place?
Both. The people, the whole kingdom, pretty much, was my family. It was just Sage and I, every day. Just together. We were home. But ever since I first arrived in Orencia, I was dragged back into a mortal world. A non-Fey realm. I've reverted more and more to how I am now. I wasn't always like this. I was like this back in the Harshlands, where Sage and I first met.
Like, is it because of all the stuff that's happened since you've been here?
I think so. I think ever since first arriving, everything that had happened to me back in the old Feylands, not Feylands, but Harshlands, where we were from, that's all. Oh my god, ice cream truck in the background, go away. I am just back to that cat that I once was before.
Was it this, like, immediately, or did something happen?
No, it wasn't immediately. But
So what caused it?
I guess. Well, I mean, things were fine at first until Sloth arrived, and then Sloth kept bringing up the past, and that changed a few things. And then I met.
So why didn't you just ignore Sloth, though?
Because we were once, believe it or not, we were once on pretty decent terms. At least when we were all fighting a common enemy. I don't know why the skull gods chose to bring me. Why couldn't they have brought the both of us? Or I don't know. That's why I first started to revert to my old ways by trying to build a portal. I didn't know there's different ways of accessing the Fey realm, but there wasn't any available options that I knew of. So I tried to build a portal. That led to me meeting Jesus. So yeah, it basically one thing led to another, which started a downward spiral. I didn't have any issues in Crimson Hollow. I didn't worry about my past there because I had moved on.
So, are you saying you got here, Sloth antagonized you, and you reverted? No, it was a few. It's like a snowball, you know. It just gives you the snowball effect. One thing leads to another until it's one huge, heavy weight.
I mean, you've been kind of antagonistic since I've known you, man.
Yes, like I said, this is how I used to act when I lived as a mortal before I became a Fae. Now this is how I'm acting again. And that's how I've been since I first arrived to Orencia. First I talked to Sloth again, wanting to go back home, and I started working on the portals, and that's how I met Beezus, and that's how I agreed, we should put Sloth away. And so we did, and then that's how it led to...
And you stalked Simon. Or Silas.
He first gave me the flashbacks. Seeing him was the thing that first started to give me the bad memories and flashbacks I had long since forgotten.
Wasn't that recently?
Yes, everything's resurfacing. I don't know what to do. Then I had the opportunity to, help with the Beezus' AI thing. And that was when everything first, I guess, led to the huge downward spiral. I messed up badly.
Well, what have you done since?
I've done nothing but be paranoid, antagonistic, and basically just... I don't know.
So, I mean, it sounds pretty obvious that you need to do different things.
Yeah, hobby.
I have!
When?
Do you know what poker is?
Okay.
Gambling is...
Gambling!
I don't know if that's great. I mean, it's a hobby.
To be a
It's keeping me
it's a hobby, and it
from
isn't
things.
harassing people, which is
I mean, yes,
good, I guess. It's an improvement.
True, but you can't always be gambling.
Gambling does... I mean, are you actually gambling, or are you just paying poker?
I'm just playing the game pretty much, but I didn't know...
Okay, but what do you do when you're not?
Okay.
I visit sanctuary with all the other cats. I've been talking to a phantom recently.
Oh, Uriel?
Yes, that's the name. They offered me a place to stay in the meantime until my home can be finished.
Okay, but what are you doing to fix stuff?
Well, I've already apologized to Kiwi and Cuckoo, and that resulted in a restraining order.
Yeah, they kind of weren't the best apologies.
That, I mean, I wouldn't even say that was an apology. Like,
You kind of got forced into it by me, first of all.
yeah, they were like pretty much holding you at gunpoint, and it did sound like you were choking, and then you immediately followed it up by like accusing one of them of trying to take over the world.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. I don't feel like. Hello, sir. Sorry, hold on. There's a man in my home. Hello.
I think
Sock has something to say.
I remember
Hi.
back in Crimson Hollow too. I remember a lot of people were playing poker. I didn't really understand it back then.
No,
always liked
we
to-
were talking about
Yeah.
apologizing to
You're
people.
just going back to what we were talking
Sorry,
about.
no,
before
it
that.
was just another memory that flashed my mind. That's all.
Okay,
sorry.
but we're talking about how you can improve as at taking accountability for your actions, right?
Right.
So if you're guilty and sad about hurting all the people of Varencia, and being like bitter and paranoid and lashing out at people, uh, if you're upset about doing, oh, you're just not looking at me.
Oh, sorry, I was putting someone away.
If you're upset about that and you haven't really actually apologized for it, I feel like that should be the first thing to do, but I think it may be possible that after all these sort of non-apologies and kind of digging your heels in it, that maybe they don't want, they may have given up on getting one, if that makes sense.
Well,
But that doesn't mean you shouldn't try to be better. But
I did plan on writing to everyone I can before the trial. Just
you're making it sound like you're gonna die after. Is the death
honestly,
penalty an option?
no.
It's not what I plan on having as a thing.
I can't
Okay.
die. That's the thing. I would just
I don't
come
think you need
back
to write a letter
because
to everyone possible,
Mr.
though.
Steve Human.
Oh, yeah, about that, I wouldn't count on that anymore.
What?
Oh, you didn't feel it?
No.
They're not. They've been demoted. So they don't have the authority to.
Are they dead?
No. They're actually the opposite now.
What happened to Mr. Steve Human?
I said they were demoted. They're real now. That's what they wanted. But you may not be able to count on that immortality. But you were, I believe, immortal before that, weren't you? Or is that someone else?
Immortal in terms of being able to live long in the Fey realm because of how much time passes. Fays can live for a very long time.
So you're just long-lived, but you can die.
Yes, I can, but if I die, I won't have a
Oh.
spirit. I won't have. I.
Well, now we got a whole new thing to address. Oh,
Hmm. Well, I mean, it's good you weren't banking on not being able to die, because that'd be rough.
No, you don't understand. If I. Now that I can't, now that I don't have that extra insurance,
so have you
Then
thought
who wouldn't
about
have
the
wanted it
concept
from
of
them?
death?
now the next time I die, it's. I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna fade away. I'm not. Gosh. See, this is exactly why I need to just write everybody a letter, just in case.
You're not gonna die. Unless you, like,
No, I
fight
know,
Cuckoo
but
again, but I mean, I hope you wouldn't do that again. That seems like a poor idea. YOLO?
I died down in the prison.
No, I do want to be clear. They're not dead.
No, I know, but he doesn't have.
And you might, I mean, given what they are, you might be able to get immortality from them, maybe, if you can find them. But if you can find them, please let me know where they are. I have business with
I don't know where they. I don't even know. Exactly what my point. I'm going to be writing everybody letters before the trial, just to apologize to them, just to, you know. Because I don't know what could happen, and I'm afraid for the trial, but I know that this is something I have to do.
Yeah.
them. I mean, again, like, you're the judge, right, Asmodee?
Yep.
So you get to choose, like, you're not dying. Probably.
No, you're not dying. Hopefully. I mean, I don't think that's an option. You're not dying.
Yeah, way to be assuring. Reassuring.
You don't understand. I've hurt so many people. Both intentionally and unintentionally. Before I became a Fae, I was basically a war criminal, you know? I killed people, I hurt people, obviously I try not to do that stuff here, because obviously I'm older and better. Not intentionally, Void. Before you say anything.
I wasn't saying anything.
No,
I'm just holding the lamp.
I hear you holding your tongue.
I'm holding my lamp.
I mean, you were brought here so you could speak your mind about it.
I mean, I did speak my mind in that. I think you haven't. You keep saying how sorry you are, but you haven't really shown it to any of the people you've hurt. You kind of just keep digging your heels in. And then acting sorry for yourself, but you haven't really acted sorry to them. So... like...
Well, I guess that's the first thing I need to do.
I think writing letters might be a good... Would that be a violation of the restraining order?
Yeah.
Is there a contact order included in that, or... Hold on, let me read it.
I said something about bothering them, so it depends on if it consists of bothering them.
I mean, I think you let me check. Oh, it does say cannot contact QB.
So never mind, you can't contact them.
I mean, I guess you could write. Maybe you could. I could ask them if they'd be willing to hear a message from you. Or Asmodee could pass a message through someone.
Yeah,
That
I mean, if you...
I mean, you wrote the court order, so I
did
guess that
say
would be
you
your
could
discretion.
any comments, questions, concerns, changes, whatever. You know, just if it's only a letter, yeah, go for it.
I mean, again, I'd have to ask you, but Kuku if they'd be willing to hear it. But I think they'd appreciate the effort at least.
I'd hope so.
More than the the interrogation situation. That was kind of embarrassing. Got any input there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just thinking real hard about everything.
Yeah, I can hear the little hamster wheel going in your head.
Yeah. I just have a lot to do, a lot to prepare for, a lot to, Anyway, the trial coming up, I'm scared for it, but I know it's something that I have to do. It's something that I need to repent for, and just what comes after, I don't know, and I certainly don't. Gosh.
Oh. You should maybe consider sending a genuine apology to the people you've hurt instead of being held at gunpoint to choke out like a "oh, I'm sorry, I guess, for making you feel bad," and then accusing someone of world domination. That was. I need to emphasize how crazy that was to watch from an outside perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, back then it wasn't me that was accusing people. I was.
Back then, it was like a week ago, brother.
No, back then. As in during the
You were accusing people this time, though.
Yes.
Okay, but like.
God, I gotta
whatever.
Look for... Sorry, I'm getting off topic.
Experiencing the horrors does not, like, absolve you of treating people like shit. Like, you still need to not do that. Like, if you, like, to, like, keep bringing, like, up, the past month, when was that? Easter? Whenever Easter was. Like, running up to some random person, and then clawing their leg up, and then saying, "Oh, sorry, I have a traumatic backstory and I was hearing voices," like, you still did that to them. Just because, your parents abandoned you to be raised by ocelots in the wild jungles of West Africa or whatever the fuck, doesn't mean you get to claw people to pieces.
West Africa?
Like, you still cannot do that.
Yeah, that's not a good thing to do. We gotta work on those voices and stuff like that. But
even if you didn't really do that much damage, because you are 4 feet tall.
together.
Oh, that was you
The
hitting me.
The voices.
Oh god.
Nah, bro, it's the ghouls. It's the gavagools.
Alright. Anyway. I know this is a bit off topic, but can I just say
No, I'm trying to have a conversation.
Yes. Continue.
You're in therapy.
Yes, I know. I just
Do you understand what was just said?
yes.
And what was
Then
that?
repeat it.
Sorry, I have too much going in my head right now.
This is why I gave up.
No, don't. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to. You just gotta.
I mean, yeah,
Pay
you are a
attention.
far stronger man. You are a far stronger man than me. I just got a little tired of saying things. I'm just like, oh, it's just too much in my head right now, and then I just, you know, didn't feel listened to.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You need us to repeat what we said?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Just because horrible things happen to you in your past does not give you impunity from doing that thing to other people. Like, you can say, oh, I was horrifically slaughtered, and I have horrible things happen to me, and my entire world blew up around me, and everyone abandoned me, and I'm sad. That's fucked up that happened. But that doesn't mean that you can just treat people around you horribly now and be like, oh, I'm just sad, and I have voices, and I'm traumatized, and I'm having memories. Because you still are hurting people. Like, you have a reason, but that doesn't mean you're not hurting people, and that doesn't mean they're not hurt.
Right.
Like, you know, you see QB walking around, is he, like having freakouts and tearing people's heads off randomly? In the middle of, like, public spaces?
No, he knows how to channel his trauma and stuff, like...
He fucking does not, dude. He's so Just believe me, man,
And I can't believe Mr. Steve Human got freaking demoted.
That's going back to other stuff we're talking about and not thinking about what we're here
No,
for.
it just...
No, this is your therapy. We're talking about you, not Mr. Steve Human. We're gonna talk about you.
I was just thinking about how grateful I was for them.
Too bad.
I guess...
But that's not
That's
what...
off topic.
You didn't
That's
respond
changing
to
the
what I
topic
said.
again. Running away from the conversation. You're not doing that.
Oh, who'd we lose? We lost Nebula. We lost Nebula.
Oh.
Red alert, we lost Nebula.
I keep going off topic.
Yeah.
Oh, I have such a headache.
Are you still hearing voices?
No. Not at this current moment. I was earlier with memories of Sage, but other than that,
Nothing too bad, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. I got a lot of memories out. I've got a lot of explanations, I guess.
Jayne.
Huh.
So, you know how you're a fae and you can't lie?
Right.
How do you keep getting away with lying in therapy?
What are you talking about?
It's not a lie
You
if
keep
she's
saying
just
you're
delusional.
fine. You know you're not fine.
It's not a lie if she's delusional.
It's...
No, I know. I just need you to realize that that is not true. You are not fine. That's not a... Well, that is a bad thing, but that's not necessarily the worst thing. You've just gotta... you're here, aren't you? You're
Yeah.
hearing voices, you know you're hearing voices, you know that you've done wrong things. You're not fine. But, like, we're trying to help with that.
Yeah, I understand.
You gotta admit it.
Honestly, I don't know when I'll ever be fine.
I don't know when you will be either.
I'm chilling. Sorry, that was Cal. Sorry. Proceed.
We can work on getting you better. But you can't go around continuing to say that you are fine when you're not.
And you also can't keep avoiding the question.
What question?
No, it wasn't a question, but the whole thing I said before. Which you kind of told you to, like, respond that you heard it, and then you sort of started talking about the voices. So it feels like I can repeat it again if you want. What do you read?
No, it's fine.
Is it?
It's something I understand. And I have... It's something I understand and have... I don't know what the word is. Just something I get. I can...
Do you?
Yes.
Really?
I
The amount that
acknowledge
you're
it.
kind of avoiding the topic, it seems like you don't want to think about it.
Can we perhaps... I don't know, take a short recess or take a short break or something?
You can take a break, yeah.
I'm sorry. I need to...
You need to go out into the backyard for a bit,
Yeah.
Have a
get
berry.
some fresh air.
I stole them off of Asmodee's porch.
Okay.
You stole
There's
from
more.
my porch?
Oh, they're back. They're growing on your porch. They grow back.
don't feel well.
Hmm?
I feel like I'm going to be sick.
Well,
But a lot that I've taken in just now.
just realizing stuff or something, or
Yeah.
So what have we learned?
That no matter how much trauma and pain I have, it's no excuse for how I've been acting. It's,
Alright, yeah.
I shouldn't hurt somebody just because, oh, I saw a vision, or I saw, I accuse someone because they've done something in the past. That's hypocritical of me. I realize that now.
yeah.
Alright, we're getting somewhere. Big. Okay, and how are we gonna move on from here? With that in mind.
Well, first I want to write those letters of apologies.
Right, which is
Second,
taking accountability for stuff, but beyond that, what are you doing for yourself?
myself. Guess I need to find more things to do other than just gambling.
Yeah. I don't know, like gardening, maybe? You get some animals? Look at it.
So I already
Baking?
care for a lot of cats.
Is it like just a unrelated question? Is it weird for you to like have cats when you are a cat?
They all flock to me. They all flock to me like I'm their mother
Sure,
or something.
I've seen you chase down them before.
Those are. I have had some that have followed me all the way from Crimson Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Some that I have had all the way back since the Harshlands.
But you also have some that you actively chase down to try to get.
I don't have any words to say.
It's okay to have cats.
Yeah, it's fine to have cats.
There's two
I'm just
different types of cats. There's humanoid hybrids like myself, and then there's
You're
the
a hybrid?
regular
With
house
what?
cats. Hybrid.
You're a hybrid
Hybrid!
with
Cat
what?
hybrid! Humanoid hybrid! Bipedal!
Oh, you're a hybrid implies you're. Oh shit, my game's crashed. Oh, okay, we're good.
Bipedal!
Sorry, visual
Two
glitch.
legs.
I mean, but hybrid implies you're a cat mixed with something. So what do you mix with? You're just like an anthropomorphized cat.
I'm an anthropomorphized cat.
Huh. Like a cat, yeah, like a Khajiit. Or Tabaxi or something.
Yeah.
I think they're called Tabaxi in somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah. D&D doesn't exist in this fucking canon, dude. Oh.
Why not?
Maybe it does. I don't know. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. You
So
understand.
does it or doesn't it?
Oh, but you see.
What do you mean I have
Void!
people over for D&D every weekend?
Tamsel's a dick thrusting.
Okay, let's stop.
Sorry, what?
Anyway. Sorry. I thought the implication of hybrid is that you're a cat mixed with something that isn't a cat, not just a cat that is person-shaped. Like if you're like a human with cat ears, it'd be a hybrid. you're just like a cat who is
Yes.
bipedal
Yes.
and can talk.
Again, yes.
I'm being annoying over semantics. That is, I get paid for that actually.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I think it would be useful to get hobbies. And the rotors. Yeah. What were you doing? You were saying things. Yes.
I have a few things I need to take care of and check on. Can we put a pin in this until next time? I think we've got a lot of conversations done today, and I am thoroughly, very emotionally and physically exhausted.
Yeah, we can talk about this at the next appointment.
But I genuinely, why are you throwing me berries? I'm not a fox.
People like berries.
Actually, I will take those berries. Or not. I need to... Yeah, I need to check some things. But, I'm very grateful. Genuinely. All of this has been actually helping me a lot. And I'm very grateful.
Yeah. Of course.
It's good to talk about this stuff. Even if it's bad. Alright. When do you want to see me again? Both of you.
Am I invited? Oh, you have to do the boots in a really specific order.
We'll be in contact.
Yeah, am I invited to the next one?
Alright.
If we're
I mean, I can
continuing
just
this
say your
one,
name
yeah.
and you'll appear, so...
I mean, I'd prefer to know it was coming, so I'm not like in the middle of something.
I mean, if this is a continuation, if that's going to be a continuation of this one, though, yeah, you should be there.
Alright.
I need to check my mail. Or something. I need to... Not because I'm
Maybe
paranoid
not
about
mail.
the notes.
Maybe mail shouldn't be a priority.
Even...
Maybe, I don't know. And it's not paranoid, I just do a daily check, you know, it's...
Yeah,
You checking other people's mail?
A little bit.
It's not... No, check mine.
You better not be checking other people's mail.
No, I don't do that. That's the truth. But,
I'm watching you.
I know.
I'm watching everything.
Much appreciated, both
Yeah.
of you. Oh, gosh, I got a lot out of my chest. I'll see you guys around.
Yep. See ya.
Alright. Let me just...
That was something.
Hold on. Galactic language.
The wall walls are interesting.
Looks like I have
Yeah.
something I need to...
Don't break my wool.
I'm just listening to the noises.
Oh, 1 second. Alright. Looks like... I'm not as familiar with galactic language as I am with Endirian. But I know this is another language that EA spoke. Goodness. decipher this later.